Come to today's trade there's on signal. So this happens to be our yesterday's trade analysis, and this happens to be the idea I gave yesterday regarding what is happening in the market currently. We have this major shift, and we are anticipating price closing either above or below this particular level here. But if we notice when price was going, and I did made mention of it, that if we close above this level, then we can be expecting that our price will continue to move into the highs, and we can continue to anticipate higher prices in the market. But provided we still follow through, and at the same time, that happened yesterday, and where price move into the highs, immediately it broke the level. But there is something I really want to call our attention to, because since we have this level and it was followed, but if you look closely to this particular level here, we have an imbalance here. So there wasn't any proper mitigation of this internal structure before price going into the highs. And that is the very vital something for us to know, that price is still coming back into that level to fill out that imbalance, in the sense that we did not properly mitigate this internal structure, neither did we properly mitigate this block here before we continue to go into the high. So hence you have this something. And if this did not serve as a clue for you to be anticipating lower prices in the market, what happened on 15 minutes on this particular level, it's an indication, because here it's printed some kind of, it gives us, takes out the liquidity above this line, then we have a trend change from this particular level, which indicates lower prices for us in the market. So that being said, we're just going to move to today's trade ideas and signal, and try to see what we can capitalize on. And from 4 hour, we can see. And mind you, with this type of something, if you check daily, you're going to see that is a that happens to be a very massive rejection from that level. And mind you, we have a liquidity void between this level here. And if we are to use, I haven't even checked daily so long, and it's aligned perfectly with the liquidity void 50% on daily. So we can be exploiting some kind of swing. And CPI is coming today. So anything can happen from within this level. But I personally believe that this high should be protected to some extent. Of with the kind of price action we are seeing within this level, to remain 21 minutes for this candle to close. And for this candle to close, if this candle should close above this high, then that will form an internal structure for us, which we can continue to do what? To bank on, to kind of be expecting. And let's depict that. Let me use this particular PDA level to depict that for us, so that if price should close above this level here, we can be expecting more higher prices in the market. But if price should decide to close below this low, below this high, then we can have an upsurge into this level, but might not take out this high before price continue to come lower. So that will be our basis for moving forward, either from this London session to New York session, but we'll be anticipating a closure below this low here, because of this particular leg that we have here. But if peradventure price go above, close above this previous candle high in the next 20 minutes, then we know that we can still be anticipating higher prices in the market. Let's go to 15 minutes, try and see what we have here. And as we can see, the latest something we have from within the level is this particular leg here. So this happened to be the latest daily range that we have within this level. So within this daily range, in fact, it happens to be this one, because this level created an internal structure, and whatever happens from within this level is what is going to determine our price movement. This particular leg here, this one, is where we are anticipating closure above. If price should close above it on 4 hour, then automatically we will be looking for high. So just be anticipating price breaking above this daily range high, coming back to retest that level, then we can be anticipating higher prices. But if price should come, take out this low, then we can be expecting the retest of this low to downside. So these are the two levels. But mind you, price always do something. It might take this low first, and I don't want time to be okay. We have about 5 minutes already, so we can take out this low. Okay, we can take out this low first. Take out the low, retest the level. If you understand, retest the level, create a shift, and move high. And it can also do the same thing for coming down. So we can have the liquidity below the low being taken before we go into the high, or the same thing happen from the high. Let's just put it there. Okay, so we can have this high being taken out, come created shifts for us, and price come below. So we can be anticipating any of these four. So regardless of whichever one plays out first, then we flow with the market. So that will be all. But the underlying principle, I mean, the underlying expectation is this first two. So we can just be expecting in either of these two in the market. So, but mind you, we can come below, take the liquidity before we go into there. So just pay attention to that. So that will be all for now. Thank you very much. Have a lovely and a profitable day.